Lecturing online is quite different from offline, but with the right preparation and approach, online lectures can become more effective, enjoyable, interactive, and fruitful. Here's some advice to get you going in the right direction. Generally, lecturing online and attending a lecture online is more exhausting than doing so face-to-face, so don't just record your usual 2-hour PowerPoint presentation with audio and upload it for the students to watch. Students learn more when they're actively engaged and when information is provided in more manageable chunks. For this reason, try to use a mixture of synchronous or live and asynchronous approaches. You can deliver parts of your online lecture live to your students using Blackboard Collaborate Ultra in both Elium and Canvas, or you could use Zoom. Try to aim for no more than 1 hour in total so that you can maintain your students' attention. You can also replace parts of the lecture with your own shorter videos or knowledge clips, written information for them to read, or other existing videos. As well as incorporating more interactive components such as online Q&As in a discussion forum or online quizzes, as well as providing links to interactive polls or surveys. To get ready for a live online lecture, schedule the meeting and make sure students know how and when they need to attend. Share the URL for attending and any documents or rules of etiquette that they need. Decide how you want your audience to participate and make sure the students know in advance how to do so. For example, using the chat window to ask questions. Make sure any documents or slides you're using are clearly labelled so that they can easily be referred to during the lecture itself, and try not to overload them with too much information if you're going to be narrating or describing things, because students can't easily read and listen effectively at the same time. Instead, highlight any key points on each slide and also prepare a content slide outlining the lecture and return to that once in a while to aid in your structural clarity. Include an image or icon on any slides to indicate when you expect specific interaction, for example, if there's a quiz, a poll, a question or discussion. If you invite a guest lecturer, make sure that they also have time to prepare for the session and let them know what online tools they have available and what they need to do during the lecture itself. Prior to your online lecture, log in and check your audio, video and application sharing. Check your audience participation settings and make sure that the online environment is available around 15 minutes before the start of the lecture so that the students can join and get ready. It can be a good idea to ask students to wear headphones to avoid echoes and also to mute their microphones when they're not speaking. Just before you get started, do a small sound check so that the students can also check their connection and audio. During the lecture itself, introduce yourself, stating your name clearly, and also introduce your guest speaker if you have one. Explain how the lecture and the interaction will take place and if there are any rules, for example, when and how to ask questions, either during the lecture itself or as a follow-up Q&A or discussion. Also, let students know how to contact you after the lecture in case of any questions that pop up. When referring to your materials or slides, use annotation tools, pointers or shapes. Check every once in a while if all participants are still present and can see and hear everything. Without interaction, you may lose your students' attention, so include several Q&A moments to encourage participants to ask questions, and you may want to call on students personally to prevent simultaneous talking. If students ask questions during the lecture, either via their audio or via a chat box, acknowledge this and repeat the question so that everybody can hear before answering. If using your webcam, make eye contact by looking at the camera. It may feel weird, but it helps participants feel more included and less isolated. Be aware that your non-verbal communication is significantly reduced, so try to keep your voice lively, make sure your full face is visible, and try to make sure that your gestures can be seen. Before ending an online lecture, make sure any further instructions are clear and follow these up afterwards with emails or announcements. Then when ending the session, make sure that everybody leaves the online environment before closing it down. Good luck and have fun with your online education.